Hi guys, and welcome to my latest video. I thought I would make a video today about how to package heavy items because I do get I've seen a couple of comments and had a couple of requests where people just ask, how do you go about packaging something that's a bit bigger and bulkier. So I thought, here's a good example. This weighs about 4.5 kilos, so it'll probably be about 5 by the time it's packaged up. And this is going via the global shipping program abroad, so obviously I want to make sure that it manages to get there as safely as possible. It's a delicate bit of hi-fi, well, it's not hi-fi, it's a portable CD radio cassette player from Panasonic, so obviously I want to make sure it's safe. So first thing I'm going to do, guys, is I've got this bubble wrap here. Now this is the large bubble wrap. I don't use the small one, I don't bother buying it anymore. I just think this is so much nicer, more protected. So I'm just going to give it one roll basically of that, and basically just to give it a bit of direct cushioning. Packaging, like a lot of other stuff with reselling, is more common sense than anything. I'm not saying this is the 100% correct way of packaging an item. It might even be the wrong way. I'm just showing you guys how I package the items that I sell, and touch wood, I've not had, I've barely had any issues whatsoever with how I package these electronics, and I've sent heavier electronics than this and heavier kit than this to far away places. So anyway, I've given it just a simple roll. It is actually exposed at the sides, so I'm not I'm not going to just leave it at that. Now, what I like to do is I get like a cardboard box and just flatten it out like that, and then it doesn't have to be super precise because it is very difficult sometimes to manipulate the cardboard to wrap tightly around whatever you're packaging. It's not that easy because some of this card that I get, I get all of my cardboard from like local cash and carries and things because I don't want to spend money on it. But so it's quite a thick card, and it makes it quite stiff to wrap around something tightly. However, I think it does do a good job, and in the end of it, I will have like an okay box to send off to the customer. It won't be the neatest, but it will be above average. So slightly better than average, you could say. So what I'm going to do is just wrap that around the item there, and a couple bits more tape. So now let's give it a really nice kind of shell, and then I'm going to give it one more sheet of wrapping. Nothing major, just literally long ways, as it were, just to cover the sides up. So I'll just do that. That way it'll give it a bit of padding. Let's have a look. And even though the sides are exposed, this card is strong and it overlaps the item. So any knocks, etc., will be felt by that rather than anything else. Okay. Oh god, I've got a sneeze, sorry. Well, I didn't sneeze, but felt like sneezing there. I'm going to just shoot this video in one take and upload it because I'm lazy like that. There's no editing happening to this. So, tape gun is amazing. I recommend you get a good quality tape gun. I bought a crappy one off of eBay before and it didn't last long at all. So I'd recommend getting a good brand of tape gun. There we go. So now I've got like my basic package, and I've got here another cardboard box, and this is again a nice thick cardboard box, double walled, and that's going to do really well. And I think that with all the packaging, this is going to be a very snug. Look at that, that's snug as hell. That's not going to get damaged at all. So really happy with that. If I want, I can pad it out with some Croydon Guardian, so that the buyer, in this case the global shipping customer, can read what's going on down in my neck of the woods. So I'll do that as well, because I'm thoughtful like that. Plus it gets rid of this newspaper. And into that you can also shove in your invoice slip, which I can't seem to remember where it is. It may have fallen down, but pretty simple stuff really. Just gonna just crumple some of that up. It's not going to make a great deal of difference because this isn't moving anyway, but just to kind of make sure that when I shut the flaps on the top, you know, that it shuts nicely. Okay. So like I said, we're going to end up with a nice, well, an okay box really. A bit better than average, and that's what we can ask for. It's not going to be super amazingly well displayed to the, or you know, super well presented to the customer, and at the end of the day it's like a cardboard box from another manufacturer, and I'm going to cover this in, well, not cover it in brown tape, I'm going to obviously tape it up, so I'll tape over the box, and it's actually a box for a toolbox. Which is pretty cool. I don't know how I ended up with this box. I believe I got it from an auction. That's one of the other benefits of going to auction. A lot of the job lots tend to come in decent boxes or crates, and you'll very quickly accrue a bunch of those. So that is cool. So you can see I'm just trying to fill up the top there a little bit. I mean, it's snug in there, it's not going to move. And one test to know whether you package something is just to test your own confidence. If you're happy to give this a kicking around your living room, once you finish packing it, then you're happy with the item. Because believe me, when these items get to sorting centres, whether that be for Hermes, whether that be for Yodel, or whether that be for UPS, whoever, not everyone is a model employee, and you know, do get battered around. They do. You know, they're not going to handle the item with kid gloves. I hear some people say that they put fragile tape on it. In my opinion, that's like a red rag, because you don't want a disgruntled employee, someone that was meant to go on their lunch break but couldn't because someone else took their spot, and now they're sorting your parcels and they see fragile on it, and I'll have at that a bit of a kicking or whatever. You don't know what goes on in these places, and neither do I, so it's best to err on the side of caution. So be a bit cautious. So I'm just doing a bit of tape there. Make sure that and look, if I shake that, it's not moving around at all inside. I actually like to tape all the way around the box, so let's give this a, you could say I'm giving this box a good going over with tape, just to make sure it's secure. Just for my personal, peace of mind. That's awesome. And like I said, I can tape over the rest of that. But now that is well packaged. I'm happy to kind of give that a throw, and I know that it's going to be fine. You can give it a around if you want. It doesn't bother me. So guys, that was that. I hope you enjoyed that short video, and I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.